And share screen. Okay, bear with me for just a second. Can you guys see my screen, my little power hour thing? Thumbs up, you can see power hour? Little black slide.
Yes.
Perfect. Okay, so a power hour is something that I didn't really start myself until here recently. But I felt like I was really consistent with what I was doing, but I felt like there was some tasks that I was kind of missing throughout my day that was helping me grow and build relationships, because I was, already being consistent with my posts, and I was already consistently checking in with my challenge groups and my team page. But things that I wasn't doing was consistently adding friends. I was very inconsistent with adding friends. I would add like a big bulk of friends, say 10 to 20 one day, and then for the next few days or a week, I wouldn't add any friends. Well, now I'm trying to be more consistent with at least trying to add a few friends each day, just so I'm constantly seeing myself grow. And if you all have read The Compound Effect, which I highly recommend it, in the book he says, you're going to be more successful if you take and you do these small tasks each day, instead of taking 5 hours one day and only kind of doing that a couple times a week or every other day or once every 3 days. But instead, if you're taking those small tasks and consistently spending an hour on your business every single day, you're going to see a lot more growth. That's the compound effect of repetitively doing something consistently over and over and over again. And with us being present on social media, this is so important, because I know I have coaches that I don't see them post forever. And I'm like, I'll tell Chris, I don't really know if they're coaching anymore because I haven't seen them post. And then all of a sudden they post a call out for a challenge group. And I'm like, oh my gosh, they haven't posted anything for like weeks or almost a month. And I'll go back and I'll look through their feed, and I'll notice that there's not any post about health and fitness, about what they're doing, about sharing what they're doing at all. It's just all of a sudden, hey, come do my challenge group. That is where you're not seeing success and you're kind of hearing crickets. Because if people don't know that you're a coach and you're all of a sudden like just flashing it out there, they're confused. They don't really get what you're doing. And it's just like, especially being a new coach. So you think about if you open up your own business and there's a brand new business, it's a restaurant, and all of a sudden you open the doors and you post on social media that day, hey, we're going to be open today from this hour to this hour, stop on in. You're probably not going to get that great of a grand opening because you didn't market it at all. You didn't post about it. You didn't cause anybody to be excited about it. You didn't share what you were even doing and that you were even going to be opening a business. You just said, hey, I'm opening a business. Come see me today. That's what you do if you're not consistently posting throughout the month before a challenge group. And, as a new coach, people are just now seeing that you're doing something new. And so if you're not consistently posting a little bit about it each day, they just get kind of lost. They don't understand. So I think the power hour is really important for coaches to stay on track. I have my power hour up, and one thing that I don't have listed is posting my 3 times a day. Now, again, I tell coaches, if you're not comfortable with posting 3 times a day yet, start with once a day. I don't have that listed on my power hour because that's embedded in my brain. I know to do that. I'm going to do that whether I have it written down on a piece of paper or not. That's part of my job. I feel like it's my job to get on social media every day and try to do at least 3 posts that are either personal, health and fitness, or related to Beachbody in some way. So I don't have that added in my power hour. But if you find that as not being consistent, that needs to be at the very top of your power hour list. Number one is making sure that you're posting daily on social media. Okay. So I was just going to kind of go over my power hour with you all, and that way hopefully it'll kind of help you create your own, because I think everybody's is going to be a little different. But the things that I have down, again, I think the thing on the very top of your list should be making sure that you're posting on social media that day. Should be number one. The next thing is, of course, building your contact list. So adding anywhere from 3 to 5 new friends a day. If you end up adding that day, great. But just make sure you're consistent and, maybe add 3. So I'm going to mute a mic really quick. Okay, perfect. So the next thing that I try to do is I start 5 new conversations a day. Okay, this is very hit or miss for me. If I have a really busy day or I'm at work, I may not get in 5 new conversations, but I'm going to at least make it a goal to hit 1 or 2. Okay, but if it's a day that I have kind of checked off everything on my list and I have a little bit of extra time, I'm really going to strive to make those 5 new conversations. So anytime that I have a day off, so whether it be the weekend or be my Monday, my Tuesday, that's the top thing at my list. That's my number 2, is starting to make those 5 new conversations a day. So I think that's really important. And when I say 5 new conversations, I think it needs to be more than just commenting on their post. I feel like it needs to be sending somebody a personal message, okay? So my next thing that I do is inviting coaches to the opportunity, or at least sharing about it. So even if I don't invite somebody to learn a little bit more about it, because not always do I have a sneak peek going on, I'll at least post something about the coaching opportunity on social media. So I'm pretty consistent at posting about being a coach and sharing a little bit about it. Typically, I hit about 2 to 3 times a week, sometimes more, maybe sometimes less. But I always try to consistently share the opportunity with people. And when I say sharing, I mean, like Saturday, I shared about being a coach and how it's made me more accountable. So I shared about the accountability. And that kind of, resonates with people. Hey, she's became a coach. She's really stuck with her goals, because now, she is in the position where she's helping others, but she's also more accountable to herself. And then the other ways is I kind of post a little bit more about the income potential. So I think posting about the income potential is huge and is a must. And we're going to talk about that a little bit more on the team page. Because anytime that you're wanting to attract a coach that is a business builder, you have to post about the income potential. And when I say posting about the income potential, it can be even small. It can be, I'm so excited that this month I've started coaching and I've been able to actually pay for my own superfood shake. I'm actually able to spend a little bit extra on groceries, or I'm actually able to go out and buy a new workout outfit this week. So it doesn't have to be on a big grand scale. It doesn't have to be, right now I'm in the position I'm posting about cutting my hours, but I wasn't in that position last year. I was in the position where I was posting more about, being able to spend a little bit of extra money to go out of town for the weekend, or being able to buy new shoes. So even those small things that you're earning a little extra income from the coaching, share about it, even if it's just, paying for your Shakeology. So I think that that's important too. And we're going to touch a little bit more on that on the team page, because I'm going to do a post on that coming up very soon. But the next thing we talk about, or my next thing on my power list, is to check in with challenge groups. I do that every day. Check in with the team page. If you guys don't have the team page added to your favorites, you really should, because even if you miss the notification throughout the day because you're at work, you really want to go back through, click on the team page, and see what's been posted on there. There's not really a whole lot of posts that I typically put on there, or that the team does. So, that shouldn't really take up a whole lot of your time. And then checking in with the training group. So if you're in a training group, you should be checking it every day. just to kind of see what they posted. I really feel like that everybody should at least be spending anywhere from 15 to 20 minutes a night working on their training. So that means watching the videos posted in the training group, even going to YouTube and reaching out and getting more information for yourself. Chris and I don't know how many times we would go on YouTube and sit and watch. I mean, even other coaches, like some of the top coaches. We'll go and watch some of Lindsay Matway's videos, Melanie Nitro, any of the top coaches, Josh Spencer, one of the top coaches that is actually on our team. We'll go and sit and watch his posts.
I literally, Googled top Beachbody coaches and went, wrote down their names, and then went and found, videos they've done. And I still do that today. I still listen to them on my way to work. Still, it's just a wealth of information.
Yeah. And then, of course, the national wake-up calls, there's only one a week. We should all be listening to that recording every single week, because that is top coaches that get on a call and tell us tips. I mean, most people have to go and pay for things for like that. We are sitting here listening to a nice brief call about what these coaches have done that and if you're not listening to those wake-up calls, you're really missing out on an opportunity to learn more about coaching and what you can do a little bit different. So I love podcasts. If anybody that is on this call right now has an issue with finding podcasts, we can help you figure out how to listen to the recordings, because personally, Chris and I cannot listen to the calls live. It's just not going to happen. So we both go listen to the recordings, and that works for us. So the next thing I have on here is I check in, I message my new customers. So anybody who's rank advanced to an Emerald coach and they're hitting Success Club 5 or higher should be getting customer leads. And are you seeing those blue marks? Isn't that weird? Sorry guys, I just noticed something. So any new coach that is getting customer leads, you'll want to go in and, of course, email and check in with them. So I always check in with my new customers, or even new customers that have just ordered their challenge pack. I always try to check in with them to let them know when prep week starts, to also check in and see when they've got their pack, when they've got their challenge pack, and just to make sure that they have received everything they're supposed to be getting. So checking with your new customers is always going to be important. And then my next thing on my list is connecting with my personally sponsored coaches. So not every day do I connect with every single personally sponsored coach. I connect a little bit more with my brand new coaches, because I'm trying to help them start their coaching process. And then I connect a little bit more. When I say more, I mean more frequently, with my coaches that are actually building the business and are needing a little bit more mentorship, because they're actually advancing pretty quickly. So I want to make sure I check in with them pretty often. And then all my other coaches, I try to check in with them just to kind of see how they're doing. And just to kind of make sure that I'm connecting with everybody and not leaving anybody behind. And then my next thing is I try to go and comment on 5 people's posts a day that are not coaches. So I sit and I scroll through Newsfeed, and I've actually created what's called list. And if I've added somebody new to my list that I plan to invite to a challenge group, or I plan to invite to the coaching opportunity, or it's somebody recently that I've added to Facebook and I want to connect to with them, I'll create what's called a list. And if nobody knows how to create the list, I actually did a little video and I posted it in the team page, but I can send it to you too. And that way you can click on just that list. So I have a list that's called my new September group or whatever. And so I go to that list and I click on it, and it shows me only their news feed. So I can sit and look at only those people's news feed that I specifically want to comment on without being distracted by everybody else's news feed. So I do highly suggest, if you're writing a list of people that you want to invite to your next challenge, then you really need to put them in a list on Facebook. And let me see, I'll show you guys what I'm talking about in just a second. So I'll go through and I'll comment on their posts, which maybe they'll show a picture of their baby and I'll be like, oh, they're so adorable. Or maybe they'll post a picture about their anniversary and then I'll tell them happy anniversary. Or maybe they'll do a post about, like for example, I posted about my Wizard of Oz cup. If somebody else was to post something about Wizard of Oz, I would comment on it. So anything that I could relate to, I try to go and comment on, and I try to make that at least 5 times a day, 5 different posts. And then responding to my personal messages, I actually try to put this at the end of my list because personal messages take me a lot of time, and I'm typically receiving, on average, probably about 25 or more personal messages a day between challengers and coaches and just random people. And so I save that for the end because that's the most time consuming. Unless I find that somebody needs an immediate answer. If it's a coach that needs an immediate answer, or if it's somebody that is interested in doing the next challenge group and I want to get back to them pretty quickly, then I'll kind of go ahead and answer those messages. But if not, I kind of make that my last priority because I don't want to get tied up with sitting and answering messages for the next, half an hour to 45 minutes. So as you grow as a coach, of course, those message lists are going to get longer and longer and longer. So you really have to kind of prioritize that more towards the end and make sure that you're really consistently doing the other daily tasks that will allow you to actually grow your business. Okay, let me try and share with you guys. Oh, where did it go? Okay, can you guys see my Facebook page? Can you all see Facebook?
No.
Can you all see my Facebook page? I feel like I'm talking to myself. Am I frozen?
I can see it.
Okay. All right, that's helpful. Okay, so this little thing over here is my favorites area. And of course I have the 5-day grilling challenge. I have the training groups, and I have what is coaching because right now I'm currently doing a sneak peek. But I also up here, I have these little lists, and I have a list called like page peeps, because anybody that has liked my page, I've actually been trying to convert some of my like page people over to my personal page too, because I post so much more on my personal page. So I have a list of those people. That way I can kind of connect to them more, with them more. My personally sponsored coaches are all in a list, so that way when I go to look at Facebook, I can look at only my personally sponsored coaches' newsfeed. My downline is kind of the whole entire team. And then I have dental hygiene new from Facebook. I'm in a dental hygiene group, and anytime that I add a new dental hygienist into my friends, I put them into a list. So these lists, if I can click on it to show you guys, are really cool because it just gets you more centered in on not looking at everybody's newsfeed, but just looking at theirs specifically. And something else that's really cool that I didn't know is that if you click on this list, and if my computer wasn't really super slow right now, I would be able to show you guys. But when you click on this list and it shows you just their newsfeed, at the top it says status. And that's where you go in and you can put in a post. Well, if you put in a post, it's almost like you're posting in a challenge group. That post will only go to that list of people, which is really neat because say you want just that specific list of people to see something certain and you don't want your entire newsfeed to see it. You can do a post in just that list of people and only they will see it, and it won't show up on your personal page. So I thought that was really neat when I started doing this. My computer's being really slow, so I can't click on it. But how you create a list is you go to Friends, and then you click More. And I'm probably going to have to send you guys a YouTube video if you want to know how to do this, because my computer is being really slow. It's the internet. But I'm going to unmute you guys and kind of see if any of you all have any questions. Because that's about it. That's my power hour. I just really suggest that everybody create some kind of power hour to get yourself more structured, to make sure that you're kind of following that compound effect and consistently doing daily tasks. And maybe this power hour is a power half an hour. You know, just something to make sure that you're consistently growing your business and doing what you should be doing to stay on task every single day. Do you guys have any questions? Jess, you have a power hour.
I don't have any. I was going to say, I don't have any questions. I mean, I've been doing this for over a year, but I can just attest that, you know, in August, I really took charge and focused on doing the daily tasks. And honestly, August was the hardest month for me. I didn't have a lot of great success, and it's been the first time in well over a year that I did not hit Success Club, and it was the hardest I've worked. But because I was so consistent, September 1st, within a few days, I had Success Club 6. And it just showed that the compound effect is so true, and it really does make a difference if you take the time to do that power hour and you're consistent.
Yeah, I agree. Which I know, like, Jessica and I was kind of talking, because she was, you know, upset that she hadn't hit Success Club 5. And I was like, you know, I really feel like all of your hard work that you just packed into that month is going to make the next month explosive. And it has, because you've added several new coaches to your team. And are you at Success Club 8 right now? Is that what I've seen?
I'm at Success Club 8 right now. Yeah, absolutely.
And you have some points under Felipe too, right?
Right. I have 2 of those were his, and then two were mine, because I wanted to make sure that I kept him active. And actually, I think that may have been some of it in August. I had a couple of points that went somewhere else. So, you know, I want to make sure I keep my Emerald Cup active. So 2 points went under him, and that's fine, because I know that, you know, if I put the work in, I'm gonna have points also, which is great. So
yeah, that's awesome. So Christy and Andrea, do you guys feel like you could kind of sit down and create something that would kind of make you a little more structured? Does that kind of help you give you an idea of what you should be creating as a daily task?
Yeah, I think so, yes. I think it's a great idea.
Andrea, I see a thumbs up. I mean, I think that it helps, especially when you feel like there's days that you're just kind of, okay, what do I need to do today? Like, I feel like it's so easy to get off track, especially if you haven't worked on it a couple days and then you get kind of overwhelmed. But if you're consistently doing those things daily, I feel like that kind of helps you with not being so overwhelmed, but feel like you actually have a schedule. And, you know, I tell everybody checking the team page every day is really important. Chris and I talk about this, how, you know, like if you're not checking the team page every day, which the team page talks about when's the next challenge group, when's the next training group, when's the next team call, what's the next challenge pack promo the next month. Basically, cover kind of all that need to know stuff. And then plus, you know, I give you tips, Chris gives you tips, and other leaders on our team give you tips. And it's really like if you go into work and you don't check the schedule and you just kind of sit down and go home and you're just kind of lost. If you're not checking the team page, to me, it's like you're not checking your schedule. So checking the team page every day, I think, is really vital. Not every day are we going to have a post, but you're at least going to be updated with what's new going on, what what you need to be on track with. And, you know, anytime that I tell you guys to watch a video and I really embed it on the team page and tell you to watch it, it means it was a really good video. Because trust me, I know Brooke's video about invites and conversations is over an hour long. If you just listen and don't listen to the Q&A, it's only an hour. I don't like hour-long videos, not at all. But this video was so good and impactful. I think every single coach should take that hour and just sit down and listen to it. Even if you have to break up 15 minutes every single day, it is a conversation or a call that will really help you understand what you need to be doing as a coach.
And I mean, honestly, I'll probably watch it again just to take notes. It was that good.
I really felt the same way about that. I plan to watch it again, and I will say that, for me, I feel like I'm always on the run. So if I have to listen to something in my car on Bluetooth, I do it because that's my chance that I can get in there and listen to. However, I sit down and take notes on a lot of these too. So, keep that in mind. Find what way is going to be more helpful for you, whether one, you don't listen to it at all, or two, you listen to it in the car. I do think I wanted to say that Danielle's power hour list is perfect. It's exactly what you need. So I would grow from that, use that as much as you can, and then add what works for you. But it really is a good power hour how it is.
Yeah, it's helped me because I know there was things I wasn't doing. I wasn't doing the 5 conversations a day all the time, and I wasn't commenting on 5 people's stuff. But now I sit when I'm at Starbucks and I'm really tuned in and focused on this. I'm sitting there with a checklist. Like, okay, I did 1 conversation. Okay, I did 2 conversations, and they're all natural conversations. If I was a new coach, it would be with people that I'm close to. But now as a coach doing this over a year, I really have to expand my market, and I really have been trying to hit outside of my inner circle. So I've been connecting with other people from my like page who are into health and fitness, or people that I see post about health and fitness. And then I've been connecting with a lot of dental hygienists, and I've been connecting with a lot of moms. So, think about what makes you you. To me, I'm in the health and fitness. I'm a dental hygienist. I'm a mom. Okay, that's my 3 main things that kind of make up me. And so those are the posts or the people that I look for to start my conversations with. And I'm pretty basic with my conversations, and not everybody replies back, and I'm not hurt by that. I may start 5 new conversations and maybe only 1 person replies. Okay. Sometimes I start 5 new conversations and they all reply right back. And I'm like, oh my God, don't reply right back. I'm not ready. Because it's a lot to sit and do all those conversations. So, don't be discouraged if you start 5 new conversations and nobody replies back, or only 1 person does. That's why we want to be consistent with doing these every day. And if 5 is too much for you, because for me, like I said, I don't hit 5 every single day. That, like today, I have some stuff I'll have to do tonight, and it was family day. So I'm probably not going to get my 5 done today because I'm a little behind. I'm wanting to invite people, I'm wanting to do follow-ups. So to me, those aren't my 5 brand new conversations, but I'm getting ready to do a lot of follow-ups tonight for people to see if they want to do the next challenge group. I think the most important thing is just making sure that you're connecting with people through personal message. And you're not just hoping that they see your post or just commenting on your post, but you're directly messaging them. Okay. Do y'all have any other questions? Because that's really all I have tonight. Sound good? All right. Well, I'll chat with you and let me know if you guys have any questions or need any help with creating a power hour. And if you guys want to send me your power hour, I'd love to see it. I'd love to see what you have written down, especially, Chris and Andrea, you both are pretty new coaches, so I'd love to see what you got on there for your power hour. Okay? Sound good? All right. I'll talk to y'all soon.
See ya.
Have a good night.
Bye.